Familia, and welcome to another day here at Maya Speaks. I have a very special treat here today, but we come before you today to share and disseminate with you some solemn news on here on Maya Speaks. I know you're probably saying, Maya, why are you dressed up in all this Tanzanian garb? Why, family? It's because the news broke yesterday that we have lost our beloved leader, John Magufuli. And for me, it really hit hard. I actually cried in my bed the other day. And I felt what more befitting to bring you all someone that it touches at the core even deeper than me. And this is our fellow Tanzanian. His name is Thomas Herbert. And we want to hear from the fellow Tanzanians of what they're going through. Because right now, Tanzania has declared 14 days of mourning because we lost one of the greatest presidents ever. And me, myself, though we lost him and I prayed and we prayed, but nevertheless, it is the Father's will to be done, not ours. It hit me to the core because I'm really fortunate and I am humble, and I actually thank the Father for allowing me to be under such a great president, even if it was such a short time. He stood for so much. He put the Father first. He put the scriptures first. He believed in herbs for healing. But nevertheless, it is the Father's will to be done in this earth, not ours. There's a greater divine purpose for the Father calling him home. So without further ado, family, I will introduce you to Thomas Herbert. He's a personal driver of mine. He's a friend, and he's also my Tanzanian family. And I felt you guys want to hear from him first. So, Thomas, could you share with the family on Maya Speaks a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Thomas Herbert Mwangaza. I'm a Tanzanian. I was born here. I grew up here. I spent my entire life in Tanzania. So it's like definitely, I'm a Tanzanian. Born and raised, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, just a little louder for the family, just to be sure, because we are around so much in nature, family. You guys probably hearing the chirping in the backgrounds from the birds and all of that. But nevertheless, Thomas, we know that our beloved President Magufuli has fallen. Could you share with us a little bit about what you're going through, what the fellow local Tanzanians are going through since we lost our beloved John Magufuli?
To be honest, we're used to him. Since he got into power the first term and then when he said the second term, everybody got used to him. We never understood him at first, but when we came to see things are happening, development is coming. At some point, in some places, we've reached the targets that he wanted us to reach. So it's like everybody right now is traumatized, trying to figure it out, like what will happen after he's gone, like forever. But in a sense of way, in some way, we always have hope.
Right.
Because it's like he never worked alone. He worked with Familia by his side and other members of the government. So definitely we have hope that even if he is gone, we will be traumatized for a short period of time, but Tanzania will still thrive after this.
Okay, we appreciate hearing that. And just kind of like in America with Biden that has Kamala Harris at his side, a woman. But nevertheless, I'm not going in that direction, family. But we have now a woman that was vice president here that has stepped up to fulfill the duties of Magufuli. How do you feel about that? Do you think she'll be able to fulfill his shoes or do the best possible job she can do?
First of all, being a woman is not a problem. It's what she do. She is the president of the United Republic of Tanzania right now. And since from the beginning, she has worked hand to hand with the late Dr. John Pombe Magufuli. So we believe whatever plans they had, those plans will still come in play because those plans were made together with the late president, Mama Samia, and the rest of the governing body. So if there was a plan, if there was a project to be done, things I believe will still go on the same path as Magufuli was leading us. So we have no worry about that. We're just traumatized. We didn't expect that, but we're not worried. We still have our lives to live. We still have our business to do. And we believe the country is still the same, although the president has changed, the woman is leading now, but that's not a problem at all. We're actually happy. Most people are happy because it's like we have a woman, we have a mother.
Wow.
We have a mother leading us.
In the motherland.
Yeah, and so it's like, it's joyful, and we have a lot to hope for.
That's right, family. So though we are mourning for our great John Magufuli, we are looking forward to a beautiful future to come. Someone to, it's a change of guards, but someone to carry his legacy on. And what better person to do it that we're praying that will continue to follow out his agenda is that his vice president that has been called up for such a time as this. Also, I was at a gathering yesterday out of the diasporans because we needed somewhere to vent for our feelings, and a big shout out to Sister Afua that opened up her beautiful, beautiful rooftop place where we were able to gather yesterday. You probably get a little snippets from Sister Travelista's channel. She did a little video or whatever, but we were able to gather, vent some of our feelings and show our love and, you know, express our condolences because he is a man that is beloved by many. Because when every other place closed their doors to us, John Magufuli was the last home for us, last light, last hope, that if you were fleeing such afflictions and where you were, then you could come here. And the beautiful thing, too, I just want to say thank you so much, Thomas. The beautiful thing here is, family, the local Tanzanians never made us feel unwelcome, like we were coming here to intrude upon their space. Everywhere you go, you hear "Karibu, Karibu,"
Yeah, definitely.
and that's Swahili for welcome. They didn't go to the local government and say put up walls. These people here are invading our space. We're tired of them. Make them go home. Change the laws, make it harder. No, they've embraced us so much, and that's why we are here for them today, because they hurt. But Thomas, look at me. On the for real, I just want you to know, I've talked to our fellow diasporans. We hurt and we cried with you. We love Magufuli too. We know our roots don't go as deep as you all, but just the fact that he was the one that stood up to so much when others were afraid and they backed down. You know, Magufuli spoke of the Father first. Yeah. He spoke of what the Bible said with herbs for healing, and we had never seen that, but it was time to be called. It was a great man like him. He was due to be called for such a time as this. And the funny thing about it is I'm so thankful that my name starts with the M, because as we were researching, we saw Marcus Garvey, Martin, Malcolm X, Mansa, and the great Magufuli. It was just something about that, and I was like, oh, I'm just thankful. But nevertheless, we are here to take the torch and carry it on, and do great things for Tanzania. So the people that wanted to come, and that's probably have a reservation now that our great president has fallen, what advice would you give them? Would you tell them to still come to Tanzania? That is fine.
Definitely. They can still come, but it's like nothing has changed. Mama Samia is taking off where he left off.
And who's Mama Samia? You call her, who's that?
The former vice president, who is president right now, we just call her Mama because it's like, it's more respect than being the president. Mama, she gave birth to us. So it's like definitely, to me, she is Mama before being the president. So it's like definitely Mama Samia.
Right.
Yeah.
Continue on, you were telling me.
Tanzania is the same with Magufuli leading, and now Mama Samia, the president, the current president leading us is the same. We have the same harmony, we have the same humbleness. If you're planning to come to Tanzania, then don't restrain yourself. Don't have any kind of fear. Just come. It's a good place. It's a nice place. It's a heaven.
That's right, family. You heard it from a local Tanzanian himself. It's really like heaven here, and nothing has changed. You know, we just have a changing of the guards. But we wanted to come before you all to quell any fear, any anxiety that things are like on a different level here. For now, we have not seen any as of such. And plus, you still have such a huge family here. You not only have a family of the diaspora here to support you, we're continuing to build a pillow for you, a softer landing. But we also have linked up with our fellow brethren here, our local Tanzanians that are willing to embrace us, link up with us, bond with us, and help us get through this thing and continue to make sure that his death was not in vain. We're here building together, family. We have not missed a beat. We're still waiting on you guys to use those stimulus checks to book a flight and come here and build. Because as this thing continues to unfold wherever you are, there's no other place that you'd rather be, family, trust me, than over here on the grounds and the soil of Africa. Understand that when I tell you, there is no other place where you want to be or need to be than on the soil of Africa, family. So, without further ado, you all have called 14 days of mourning.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to say to your local Tanzanian family in Swahili? Because they watch my channel too.
Okay.
Because I've linked up with so many. Anybody that looks through my scroll feed know that I'm a big supporter of our local Tanzanians, and I always try and remember that it's not just about us local diasporans that have come here, but it is about them too, because it is definitely one thing Tanzania has taught me that I see that it's a lost art and love in other countries. Family first.
Yeah.
He didn't say like Madam Vice President. He said Mama. So maybe you want to speak a word of encouragement to your local fellow Tanzanians because they watch our channel too.
Okay. Kitu ambacho mimi naweza kusema ni kwamba tuwe tuna imani, tumweke Mungu mbele as always, na tuwe tuna utulivu katika siku zetu 14 hizi ambazo ni za majonzi, tuweze kuangalia nchi inakwendaje, na nina imani itakwenda sawa. Shukrani.
Okay, asante sana again, family. Like I said, you could have been anywhere else, but you were here with us on Maya Speaks. So I would be amiss if I didn't read you all off some of the accomplishments of our late and great Dr. Magufuli. There's many people when I was a young girl, and even as a young woman, and now as an older woman, that I used to want to meet in real life. But it was not until I saw this great man, Dr. John Magufuli, how he fought, and he has a video, family. I'll leave it in the description box, that he was willing to sacrifice his life for the righteousness to do right by his fellow local brethren and family of Tanzania. And that did so much for me. And I just, in my heart and hope, soul of soul, he just went up that many notches, because this was a man that was of words, but he was more so of a man of action. And if there's anybody that I wanted to meet before the Father called me home, it was the late, great John Magufuli. That wasn't my plight. But like I say, I'm so humble and thankful that the Father allowed me to be here, even if it was a short time, under the righteous rulership of such a great leader, family. So without further ado, like I said, I'm going to read you all off some of the accomplishments so you can know that this great man that we have lost, this giant, he wasn't a man to miss his words. and he was definitely not a talker. He put what he said into action, and he made no apologies about it. So hang tight. Here we go. You're in for a real treat. Here we go, family. You right? President John Magufuli made Tanzania a middle-income country. That's phenomenal. Also, he rejected a $10 billion loan from China. He rejected it. He was no sellout, okay, family? Whew. He didn't go on state trips outside of Africa, family. He stayed home with us, right? Also, he reduced the cabinet size from 30 to 19. He banned government officials from foreign trips and abolished their tax exemptions. Big ups, Dad. Magufuli accused UK company Acacia Mining of illegal mining and ordered them to pay $193 billion for undervaluing Tanzania's gold exports. Over 250 containers of theirs were seized at Dar es Salaam port. They paid $300 million and gave Tanzania 16% ownership in 3 mines. Magufuli, he won the one, family. Understand that. Dr. President Magufuli introduced free education in government schools in 2016. He acquired 6 Air Tanzanian planes, expanded Terminal 3 of Julius Nyerere International Airport. He built Tanzania's standard gauge railway, Mfugali flyover? Mfugali flyover, Julius Nyerere hydropower station, Ubungo interchange. He wasn't a man about words. This was a man of actions. Dr. President Magufuli built Selander Bridge, Kigongo Busisi Bridge, Hudama Bora Zaafaya, Vituo Bora Zaafaya, expanded port of Dar es Salaam, Dodoma bus terminal, and LENG plant, a water project, a wind farm project, Uhuru Hospital project, family, it goes on, a gold refinery plant, and Magufuli bus terminal. Our late great President Dr. John Magufuli excelled in infrastructure and financial affairs. He faced numerous accusations of human rights abuse and was accused of repressing the opposition. But we knew better, family. And also, last but not least, because he was a man of integrity and keeping the morals of the country high, he also banned explicit images or videos online. That is our late and great President, Dr. John Magufuli. Hands up to you. Thank you, Father, for giving us such a great man, even if it was for such a short time. In that, we will always be eternally humble and grateful, because at the end of the day, it is not our will to be done, but it is yours. Okay, family, so can you guys have any more questions about, Tanzania, or want to look our great Thomas Herbert up? Just email me, Maya, and MayaSpeaksTZ@gmail.com. Email me, MayaSpeaksTZ@gmail.com. And once again, I want to say Asante Sana for you taking out the time to join us here today. Thomas Herbert is sharing with us in the world of what our local fellow Tanzanians are going through. And now you're just not a local Tanzanian, but you are now what we call Family.
Family, yeah.
All right, family. Once again, Asante Sana for joining us here at Maya Speaks. I'll see you soon.